I'm Chanel, and welcome to Solo Ish. Yes, you guys, I do have a podcast that I do with someone else, but I decided to do a solo podcast as well. So, this is my solo podcast. Welcome to episode one. I'm really excited. As you guys know, I love talking a lot, so I figure I can do an episode or two by myself. We'll just see how things go. I don't really have anything planned yet, but some other things I do want to talk about. So I figured, why not talk about them on my own? So, welcome you all, episode one. So excited. One of the things I did want to discuss is something that I have been experiencing in my life that has been coming up a lot lately, and it's been very nerve wracking. Something I experienced younger in my life, but now that my adult life, it's crazy. I'm in my 30s, and I just never thought I would still be experiencing this, and that is jealousy. I don't understand why some people are jealous of me and what's going on in my life. And those people could be, friends, coworkers, family members, and the way I look at my life, I have a lot going on. I feel like I'm always on the go. I'm a single mom. I work two jobs. I work 5, sometimes 6 days a week, overnight, 12-hour shifts. I work a lot, and I just have some people that make comments like, "Oh, you travel a lot," or "Your parents are well off." And I'm like, well, that's their money. It's not my money. Just like little things. And to me, I'm just like, that's nothing to be jealous about. I didn't grow up being jealous. I wasn't taught to be jealous of others and be in competition with other people. So to experience that has definitely been shocking. And again, I'm in my adult life in my 30s, and so are my friends and family. So just go through that is crazy. It's like, guys, like, grow up. We're not kids anymore. But I did sit and think about it, and I thought, maybe it could be possible that people are just, jealous of the aspects of my life. It's easy to, I think it's really easy to just assume that others are feeling jealous, but, you don't really know other people's feelings, what they're really thinking and feeling inside. It could just be what I feel based off their actions and things that they are saying to me. So I'm trying to take that into consideration as well. But it's hard. It really is. I'm trying to become a streamer. I'm trying to become a content creator. And not just for what some people are saying, attention. It's for, obviously you need the attention to create your fan base, but for me, it's more of the income driven part. So I can help my family. As many of you know, my mom has cancer. My daughter will be going to college in the next couple of years. So I do like to, it'd be great to make some money and have some of my finances paid off so I can help out, So that's the way I look at it. So just to have people say negative things has just been really, really shocking, really crazy. I just can't believe that I'm experiencing this, but it happens. Oh, let's talk more. I feel that some people can seem, envious of you based off of the confidence that you have for yourself. And someone like me, I did not always have confidence. It took me time to have this confidence that I have now, especially since, I do have very bad acne. I have my makeup on now, so you guys can't see it as much. But I have a lot of scars on my face from the acne. I also have like really big scars on my back from having chicken pox. So I'm now in my 30s and to the point where I'm becoming more confident with my skin and the way that I look. But I was not always this person. I also learned to have more confidence after having my daughter because I didn't want her to become insecure, about her body or her scars as well. So I was like, I have to build my own confidence so I can raise a daughter that's not insecure and she's a very strong, confident person as well, So, but I do believe that people can look at you and be like, oh, she's a confident person. And it's like, well, it took me a while to get there, So it's crazy to be envious of someone because of their confidence. I know other things that people can be envious of. It's like relationships, and I'm a single person. And I think we all women have gone through our fair share of good relationship, bad relationships. I've never looked at someone else's relationship and envied it because you have to think you don't know what people are going through behind closed doors. So you're sitting here and you're envying a relationship, and they could be in an abusive relationship. They could be in a relationship where someone is cheating on them. So to be very envious is insane. So, but it does happen. I'm just not an envious person of others' relationship. Another thing that has been brought to my attention that some people do bring up is my support system when it comes to my family. I do have very, very great parents that are supportive, not only when it comes to like my career and my podcast or the things that I'm doing with my life, but when it comes to my daughter, they have a great support system. When I was in college, they were amazing and they helped me out so much. And I'm very thankful for that. But I do realize that some of my friends do not have that support system when it comes to their family, when it comes to, their grandchildren and helping out. And it's like, I'm sorry that they are experiencing that. But, is it my fault that my family is helping out? No. So it's just the little things that people are envious about. I had a friend comment about my finances, like, oh, I know you make a lot of money. You have 2 jobs. And I'm like, well, we have the same career and you can too have 2 jobs. You don't have kids. You're single. I'm like, I don't like people in competition with me when it comes to money. Don't try to count my pockets. If you feel that, you're not where you want to be in life, get a second job. If you want to travel more, get a second job. Work those shifts. Me, if I have a trip coming up and I know I have to pay it off, I will work 3 extra shifts a week just to pay off that trip. And also I'll work more sometimes before the trip just to make sure, I have spending money. Because when I travel, I do want to buy things. I want to dress nicely. I want to have my nails and my hair done, the typical every woman does. So I just feel like instead of being envious, people can just work harder, but it's not always like that. And there's just some things that people are envious of, and I just think is insane. It's because like you don't have to be envious of someone. You can get out there and do things on your own. There's 24 hours in a day, and the same things that I'm doing, and I'm a single mom. I have my hands full. My kids in so many sports, and I'm out here doing it. So, they can do it as well. There's nothing to be jealous of. It's crazy. When it comes to physical appearance, I do have a lot of people that comment on my appearance a lot, and I just feel like sometimes I don't believe it because like I said, my face is full of scars right now because of my bad acne. You can't see it because of the makeup, but I don't always feel pretty every day. Some days I don't have makeup on and I feel like I look sleepy and a mess and exhausted. So hearing those compliments, sometimes I'm like, oh, okay, thank you. Like, you think I'm cute. Like, you think I'm pretty. All right, whatever. And I don't mean it in a mean way. It's just I might not be feeling that pretty in that moment. Or to me, I'm more than just my face. So to have people comment on it, I don't typically like to hear those comments all the time. I'm more than just what my physical appearance is. I have other things, but I hear that often. And also I try to ignore it from others because, people compliment you and then tear you down. You find out later that they are just jealous of you. And I'm just learning to slowly get to know people before I fully trust them, because some people will befriend me and I find out they only befriended me because they're jealous of me and they're trying to find out more about my life so they could pick me apart and, try to find things that they don't like about me as a person, which is insane, but it is. People do it. I've had people comment about my body type, I have the big boobs now, but I didn't always have boobs. I remember there's a time when all my friends' boobs came in before mine, and I was like, I'm never gonna have any boobs because my mom didn't have any. But I ended up being a B, C cup, and then after I had my daughter, of course, now I'm a 38 double D. It's ridiculous, and I'm like, I need a reduction. They're big, but they sag. There were a time where I could wear different shirts and they wouldn't show, but now it's like no matter what I wear, they're there. It's hard to hide. I did the other podcast and I had on this red dress and everyone's like, Chanel, your boobs, put your boobs away. And I'm like, I love this dress. It's cute. It's just not cute on me because it doesn't fit me properly because of my big boobs. But there was a time where I wouldn't even wear anything because the attention I got, and girls would just say all kinds of things like, oh, you just wear it because you want attention. No, I wore it because it's cute and I want to wear it. And then what am I going to do? Chop my boobs off? Like, no, I want to wear something cute. I'm going to wear the cute shirt. So that was just my opinion of it. And, it took me time to be comfortable with my boobs that sag after giving birth and having a daughter. It's just sometimes when you have a baby, your body just never looks the same after that, you know? For me, my body is definitely not the same that it was. And now in my 30s, I'm okay with that. If someone can accept the way that I look physically, then they don't need to be with me. But the people that are jealous about other girls that have big boobs, I'm like, honey, get you a nice Victoria's Secret bra, a push up, and you'll be great. You don't have to be jealous of other people. There's so many things that you can do rather than hate on your friend. Like, I just think that's very unacceptable. I'm aware that sometimes jealousy can look like something else. Like, sometimes it's not jealousy. Sometimes it is just people going through their own thing, insecure about their own personal life and what they have going on, you know? Some of my friends, they have boobs after giving birth. They're more saggier than mine, and you know, they may comment on me. Or some people, after they gave birth and breastfed, their boobs are gone now. So okay. I'm not gonna even cut that out. I'm gonna leave that in here. Some people feel insecure about that, and it may come off as them being jealous, but they're not jealous. They're just going through their own insecurities at the time. Women, we always have something going on with our bodies. You know, you gain weight from having your period or just other things. Your hormones are all over the place. So you're going to have your own insecurities. So it might not be jealousy. Maybe your friend is just insecure and going through a rough patch at the time. So I try to be mindful of that as well, as long as it's not a long-term thing to where they're saying little comments and being nasty and mean to me, then I let it go. But if they are, then I'm definitely addressing it and monitoring our friendship differently. So I try to watch what is said in text messages, because sometimes I've noticed that when someone is saying something over text, it can be a big miscommunication. So sometimes a friend might be saying something in a text, they may come off as a negative or a rude comment. But if you say it in person, then it's not the way it was intended to be. You know, it just came out wrong over text. So I try not to look at some text messages and think, oh no, she's acting funny or she's making a nasty comment, because it may not be that way, except when it comes to men. Now, with men, it is very different. When men make any comments about my face and my body, I'm automatically like, I got my eye on you. And it's either, for me, I'm like, okay, are you interested in me and I'm not interested in you, so you're making negative comments, or is there something else going on? I had a guy that said to me, and I mentioned this in my other podcast, like, oh, guys only follow you because of your body. And I'm like, but guys look at everyone's body. It's not just me. That's just how guys are. They look at everyone. You could see them in the store everywhere you go. Guys are just constantly like looking, their eyes, they're watching everything and everyone. So guys follow me about my body. Guys will follow anyone because of their body. They'll follow other men because of their body. That's just what they do. But to just say that, I'm like, okay, you're a guy and you're worried about my body. And he should not be worried about my body at all. Like, it's my body. That's insane. But you know, some people might follow me because they find me funny, or they might like the makeup or the workouts or other content that I post. So just say something like that, I was like, oh wow, a jealous person. He's jealous of me, and I never knew that. And he, you know, literally pulled up my TikTok account. He was not following me, but told me that he monitors my page. And I was like, yeah, that's an example of jealousy, and it's really, really weird. I don't understand why. I am not in competition with any man. Let's make that very clear. But to have a guy in competition with me, it just gave off, maybe, you know, he wants to beat me or something. Who knows? There's some men that can't live in their truth. So maybe he's one of those men that can't live in their truth and is jealous of multiple women, not just me. So you have to be mindful of that as well. But that's just something that I've been experiencing lately, like little smart remarks, little comments, and I'm just so over it. Like, keep your negative comments to yourself. I worked hard on my confidence, and I'm trying to keep it that way, and I don't want to hear from negative people, like, at all. I also think that some people can just be admiring you and it come across as like being awkward, because I can be an awkward person at times. That's just my personality: quirky, awkward, silly, goofy. So like I said, in text sometimes it may come across differently, or even in person someone might make a remark and it just comes out the wrong way. Like, communication is key, communication is big, and sometimes people listen to argue or listen to judge and listen to automatically assume, hey, this person's jealous of me, but they're not actually listening. If people would take the time to just listen to someone else instead of assuming what they're already going to say, I think things would work out a lot differently. But that's just what's been going on in my life lately, and I'm just over it, guys. I know every girl and guy experiences this, probably more women than men, but again, it's just not something I thought I would experience at this big age of mine. And I'm over it. This is why I keep a small circle. I don't have a lot of friends because I don't want to deal with jealousy and envious. It's just too much for me. Like, I have enough going on in my personal life to deal with someone else's insecurities. So I try to just keep those monitoring spirits away. I definitely do pray about it and I ask God to remove them out of my life because that's just not something I want to deal with right now. I have a stressful job, and when I come home or in my free time, I want to have fun, and I don't want to think about any negative things like that. Another thing I did think about is sometimes, your friends could be distressed, and it's not necessarily related to you, but they may make comments, just nitpicking, just saying little things because they have other things in their mind and they're just lashing out and they're stressed out. So I also take that into consideration. Like I said, someone makes one or two remarks. I'm like, okay, either it's a miscommunication, they're going through their own stuff, their own insecurities, so, let it slide. But if it's something that does continue, then I have to reevaluate that person, our friendship, or if I even need them or want them in my life anymore. Because at that point, they're not a friend. And I just want genuine people that love and care about me in my life right now and supporting me. So, yeah, just gotta be very, very mindful. I actually have talked to my mom about this because I feel like I've been experiencing it so much lately. And I'm just like, what is going on? Is it me? Am I wrong? Is it jealousy? Should I keep these people around? Are they just going through a tough time? Like, what is this? But it's just a weird space that has been going on for the past month. And I'm just ready to get past it. I am. Jealousy is such an ugly look. And, I wish those people the best of luck on their journey and their life, but I just don't want them in mine at this time. As of now, I just don't really like the backhanded compliments that people have been giving me, or I have noticed that since I said I was going to make a podcast, now other people are saying they want to do a podcast, which I'm okay with. Follow your dreams, do what you want, but I don't like a copycat. Like, say that I want to dye my hair honey blonde, and then I have a friend that's like, I want to dye my hair honey blonde, or I want to get braids. I want to get braids too. I'm starting a podcast. I want a podcast as well. I'm going to do content about cooking and makeup. I'm going to do a podcast about cooking and makeup. It's like, okay, all right, I get it. Okay, do your own thing, but just don't copy me exactly, because then, it does give off jealousy. It does give off you're not a real friend. So just things like that I noticed, and I might not address it right away. I just keep it in the back of my mind, and I'm like, okay, mental note here. This person said this, did that. All right, my guard is up. It happens again, I'm addressing it. After I address it, it happens, something else happens, I'm cutting them off completely. Have to watch things like that. Okay, and that's all I really have to say about jealousy, envy, whatever. As of right now, this is my first time doing a podcast episode by myself. Like I said, I love to yap and I can talk. I talk enough for like 3 people maybe. That's probably why I always stay quiet, guys, because I talk enough for multiple people. But this is something new that I wanted to just try out, and so far I do like it. I would like your feedback. Not just about me doing a solo podcast, but have you ever experienced jealousy? Was it really jealousy, or were they just going through something and insecure at the time? Did you find out they weren't really your friend as you thought they were? Just let me know in the comments. I'm sure we've all experienced this before, not only in high school, but in our adult life, in the workplace, in our friend group, even family members, which is so unfortunate. But I would like to hear back from you guys. Let me know. Put it in the comments. Send me a DM. Send me a text if you have my number, and I'll get back to you. Thank you for watching.